painful by the great pigments the X79 here.
There is such bounty here.
Well, you know why we're here. And it's not for this. Now it's time for more chapter 21. I also realize I am not in the default mode while all this happening. So I just accidentally spoiled myself on the stage. Whoops. Hey, there's Alien! Wait, who's that? How would you be here? Hey, Sapphire. It's been a while. 1,000 years if I'm not mistaken. You're alive, but... Yeah, so I know me and Mordecai threw ourselves into the other world when we zeroed the other 1,000 years ago. Anyway, a lot of stuff went down, but the end result all down is me and Mordecai are very much alive for kicking. Sadly, we don't have time for a huggy reunion right now. We've got to start Network fast. What do you mean? And how can you even know about Network? Seriously, no time for any of that. I'll try and tell you when it's all over. All that matters right now is this. You're the only one who can stop him. Why aren't you interfering with me? What have you learned? So you told me what you're planning. I don't know who you are, but I see by your clothing that I come from the past. On straight, I'm Ilya, and I came here from 1,000 years ago. Wait, hang on, Ilya? Ilya? We can do the phone introductions later. Right now, we need to focus on you, Network. I need to start a neglected message to the group. You want to get yourself a Dawn Shard and forge a pact with Bahamut. After that, I plan to give the power of shapeshifting to every single person in the entire world. How close am I? You mean to give it to everyone? Is that even possible? Almost anything is possible if one has a full-fledged pact with Bahamut. Yet I'd be very curious to know why that is the thing you decided to pursue. Until this moment, choice has been the privilege of the strong in our world. People who lack strength lack any kind of agency. I know this well, for I was once the same. So I intend to give all the power of shapeshifting that has so long been claimed by the Alberian royal family. People will gain great strength from this, but that is not all. They will gain rings, they will have the freedom to choose and actively wish without anyone holding them on leash. What I seek is nothing less than a just way for people to exist, new ideal. So you're just not going to mention the huge flaw in that other plan of yours? Uh-oh, this can't be good. Even those who Dragon Blood souls are not granted the boon of shapeshifting unless they are successfully complete Dragon choosing. Individuals are tested by the chooser to determine if they possess the necessary physical and mental fortitude. It forms a system which only those worthy of shapeshifting are able to gain that great power. If you grant the power to all, uncountable numbers of them will prove unable to withstand the process. And when that happens? Once they shapeshift, they will be utterly consumed by the power, rendered unable to regain their normal form. I suspect to end up as something that's neither human nor dragon. Something horrible. Yeah, that's even worse than I thought! Okay, Bob, listen up. You can claim all you want that you're doing this for the sake of the weak, but what you're offering them isn't freedom at all! You're just killing them! Yet some will gain strength and be saved. And how does that result in a world different from ours if only the strong are able to survive in it? Exactly. No, look, I understand why you want to do this, but there has to be a better way. One that doesn't require such a brute force approach. Can you save this world, then? Can you save all of the weak? Those who have no choice but to accept the persecution? If so, how and when? Sacrifice is necessary to see an ideal made real. Pretty words indeed sound sweet, but in the end save nothing. Your justice is empty. There's no resolve behind it. No ideal beating at its heart. It is words on the wind and nothing more. It is hollow, as are you. Huh? Oh boy. Oh come on! We already took you out! Wait, is that black monster surrounding him? He's in pain. Oh, this is horrible. Hi. It's False Bowen. I must thank you. You and your merry little band have given us a method to seize control of Elysium. You would seek to control even a holy one with your vile manner? Yes, and what dragon could be more worthy of the effort? Isn't that right, Bowen? Yeah, I think it'd be a bit of a challenge, but I'll do my best. Oh boy. Everyone, we need to back off for now. Make sure you protect yourselves. These feeds boots are going wild because of the black mana. But we can barely stand. How are we supposed to face off against fiends? The how doesn't matter. We simply must. Nedrick, go now. I fly. Nedrick's going for the dawn shot. At long last, the time has come. From this moment forth, history will be changed along with the very world. Now I ought to causality itself! No! He's going to remake everything! No, oops, that's not the group I wanted. Oh well. Well, where am I? Oh hey, they're still alive. This is another world. Something you can my past and yet not. Since I have successfully opened the channel with the Dawn Sword. This is only the beginning. Now I leap into the path I have to change and alter it. That was me when I was on the cusp of coming to ruin scale. It's time to give that further to me the powers I now possess. What happened? Now to class the moment he touched the Dawn Sword. He has escaped to another world. He will alter the past and correct it before returning to this world once more. What are you saying? The past cannot be altered, it's impossible! The closest thing one might be able to do is use the Dawn Sword to reach a world that is in the same state as that of our past. But its access there would mean nothing in this world. And while access in that world might produce new possibilities that branch off to the manifold past, that is all. He can do no more. If it were to become possible to rewind the past, it would change the very nature of our world's existence. And yet that's exactly what he would do. I know this just because he gained a means to do so while on his journey with me. All the time he has carried on with the resolve to change the way of our world. This resolve is absolute, unlike the lot of you who toddle about from one idea to the next with the winds. I'm going to follow Nedrick to this other world to stop him. Are you sure? There's not any way I might lose in the process. And then I'll spoil you all my power. Stop Nedrick, Cecilia, please. What do you mean when he said Cecilia could lose something? Whatever it is, this is a dangerous idea. I can't let you do it. Do not know to stop me, brother. Instead, bear witness to my resolve. And what do you think you would do? You soon will open you to pass. That sounds like a cue. But look, I get very worried about Sylvia is some bubble for you to keep safe, so give me choices for yourself and move forward with our own solution. Yo, brother, would you really stand up in the way of doing so? Why does not hold back and should support whatever choice he makes? What's the god has to do with it? Parent and child, brother and sister, whatever the relationship on matters, now you get part of one. The strength of a part is something you should know very well, so, fight? One thing after the other. You have to face down attacks that said station made for the Dark Sword. Does not fear death in the slightest when it comes to fulfilling his ideals. I am impressed. And now that he has switched himself to the past, the only one who could prevent it is back to Zephyr. If he manages to do so, that'd be excellent news for me, but who knows how that will go. What should I do, fairies? Pour in even more black mana and crush them on? No, what about time to your wise? Concerns! Concerns! Zephyr, how are you here? Ah, I see. You used Dawn Storm to become a spirit honor protection and pursued me to this place. Sadly, you are too late. I have already completed my pact with Muhammad. You? Do you truly think you can steal the pact and emerge unscathed? To say nothing of the pact that we speak of is no ordinary dragon. Muhammad is the creature of immense and terrible power. To twist the pact that has already been made against the very nature of things, and could well cost you your life. Oh, Zephyr. Protected. You mean Elysium is still not dead? He's still not dead? Is it special summon? Just learn something about was made from another world. Anything that wasn't able to power Muhammad. With Dragon's blood displayed in your powers as no aspects, you will be able to steal Nedrick's pact. Such a thing is possible? For you, yes, but it's not endeavor without risk. Fortunately, likely you do lose something in the process, perhaps even in life. So I won't force you to do this. Want to fight, the choice is yours. But whatever you decide, I promise to respect your decision unconditionally. What is that blade? No! Why is Muhammad going wild? He is my pact worm! Ah! The power is too great, Muhammad. Nothing is done, never expanded would be one dishonoured by it. Do you not decide by who is you might intervene in the world? That's so, then give me your power and your pact. I will pay any price you ask for this most mighty of gifts. No, Muhammad, don't listen to her! Nedrick, you're awake. Were you able to force the pact? Nedrick? Zephyr, what happened to her? What's going on? Wait, Zephyr's body disappeared? Okay, that's not something I was expecting. Did something happen to her in the other world? Where is she? I think we're about ready, fellas. Indeed, with Nedrick returned, now is the opportune moment. Then let us begin. Stop co-opting Elysium even more, he's already suffered enough! Oh. Well, ain't that fantastic? Ah! This is such a powerful attack. Yes, but we still have to stop him. I attacked in raising red flags for you? This is the Holy One we're talking about. A Holy One who's been driven berserk by Black Mana! We had a hard time stopping him even when he wasn't jacked up on that stuff, so what exactly are you planning to do? Sophia? What happened to you? Okay, what happened to you? What in the world happened to you, girl? Delightful! Perfectly, utterly delightful! You actually managed to steal away half of Nerdrick's pact! I will not permit you to continue to sow chaos and pain in your wake, my brothers. In that case, I think a demonstration of your newfound power would be ordered. Perhaps you would do the honors, Villain? Right. Fine with me. What the heck, my dude? What the heck? This is not how I wanted this to be playable, but god! The Holy One's disgrace. Void Elysium.
Let's test out my alchemy.
I'm counting on you.
Try Buster.
Jeez, like, he looks so cool, but at the same time, this is such a sad fate to befall. Such a sad fate to befall him, honestly.
Are you impressed? Don't let this chance slip away.
Dang, it's one of those. Oh, he even summons void versions. Even summoned the void versions. That's a neat touch. Duality's already down because he's a mode.
They don't call me the goddess for nothing.
Yikes! Say, Sophia, can you see? Since you returned, you've again attacked far too quickly to be using your eyes. It seems to me, Ilya. I believe this to be an effective pact. I don't know if my body can keep up its power, or it's merely a price I had to pay to make it manifest. But if my sight is caused, I would consider it a light price indeed. Perfume! To slightly better display than I ever did with my eyes. My senses are in contact with the edge of a butcher's razor. It's almost frightening. You have any regrets? This power is great enough that I fear it may slip from my grasp at any time. No regrets? No. By now I just want to focus on what is to come. They would stop by taking down the jump in front of us. We managed to stop his movements. Ah, okay, so that was the Dragon Drive. However, it still doesn't help the fact that the tree is shaking. I think the Black Marvel is causing the sticky tree to collapse. There we go! Oh, that's fantastic. We all fall down! But I wonder if I might take my leave and visit the empty prince. Of course, what are you planning? I want to ask you something. I want to know his mind and face the truth. We gotta help everyone who fell! Come on, do something already! Calm yourself now, we'll make our way back down. Carefully, and we and I don't want one of the lower levels. That's all we can do at the moment. Yeah, okay, I get it. You think I'll simply allow you to go? How did I know this would happen? All we do is him. And I'll help. I have a feeling I know Ordwick here fights better than anyone. Huh? How do you know that? It doesn't look like it's time to discuss it, are you sure? I am prepared. Be safe, so. And you, Alex. I knew it. You're... Go already and take Shiela with you! Right, let's go, Shiela. To Northern, Edric, we are not withdraw. This man is an impediment to my pact with Muhammad and must be put down. In that case, I am happy to do the battle, as you said. Ha! Fine strike, father. But apologies. You go by Ordwick now, yes? You're not Forace. You let Sylvia go to the other world, and you know that I am Aurelius, despite having my tie to the world. Look, you only be one explanation for this. You are the progenitor! But you always were clever. What have you done to my son? Your son? You mean the life that once occupied his body? He is dead. The worm scale took him. He feared death. So much fear. He spent his every moment gripped by it. But then, he found in the progenitor a means to cheat the Reaper of his due. I must say, I never expected a child of humanity to break the seal. When he died, I received his body. Though he is dead, his flesh lives on. I believe this would satisfy you, son. I quite like it, actually. This body, I mean. Dwarfsky has made it harder than your normal human flesh sex. You! How tactless of you to interrupt a precious reunion between father and son. This nonsense means nothing to me. You die here, progenitor. And what can you do with only half of Bahamut's power available, You too are incomplete, because the conditions for your revival have not yet been met. Who just dictates that I end you before that time comes? The world is full of clever children today, it seems. As a reward, I will play with you. Oh, this is no game. I hope Steffi and Union got off and everybody okay. We have no choice but to believe in them and continue on. Come. Yeah, okay. Felix, I'm man from earlier. I know. He was our father. But why did he appear as he did? I do not know the whole in his tale. But whoever he is, our father is dead, that is reality. As well as the fact that our father's teachings live on in our hearts. Thank you, Felix, that actually helps. Let's move on. Not towards the past, but to change the future. Ah, yes, even more filler, because can't have plot right after. No, we literally just gotta have one more filler. Freaking filler episodes, I swear. Oh, well, thankfully it's just the boss was instead.
Time to dance, Hachi. We can kill it.
Well, that was too easy. That was like way too easy.
Checkmate.
Yo, side games. Stages like this don't need to exist. Stages like this don't need to exist. They just don't. Okay, please and thanks. Are you two alright? I'm okay. You good, Sophia? That was quite the fall, but yes, I'm still here. We need to hurry and find everyone else. I assume they're all making their way down the tree now. And we should stay now that the quake has subsided. If you feel free, you can play with me. Don't worry, I'm just here to chat. It seems you're a hollow little prince after all. Your existence, your ideals, everything you value turned out to be so much lovely worth addressing. Surely you've realized how insignificant you are by now. How does it feel? You're right. I might not be a prince. I might not even be human. I could just be an empty, insignificant existence. I also learned that I have friends who won't abandon me even if those things turn out to be true. I have an entire world to protect, and that's why You bore me, Hollow Man. What could anyone possibly need with an empty husk like you? You should be wallowing in rejection and despair. You're just an empty sham, and this world has no place for you. So why then? Why do you have something that I don't? Oh, and listen. You're a hopeless little burden. If that's how it is, I'll just have to teach you what despair feels like myself. Meanwhile, back at the top. I stand out a chance going 4-on-1, so I have to start with the bid players. What? Jin! Ugh. You protected him with your own body. You must be his best friend indeed. Yes, which is why we swore to see the new world together. In your eyes, simpering over ideas was part of the Uden special. Don't lump me in with this milquetoast fraternizing. They can even settle on the purpose of ideas without having to cozy up to each other's dust. Makes me ill. And the two of you are different. Of course, we know what wars we must fulfill to reach the ideals we share. So you remain independent while still supporting one another. That sounds like a fine relationship indeed. But from my perspective, there is scant difference between you and Uden. You band together because you cannot accomplish your goals on your own. This only proves your weakness. How dare you! I am reluctant for us to say our goodbyes, but I fear this will be all for today. When next we meet, I will take that beautiful friendship of yours and shatter it into oblivion. Until then, farewell. Wait, progenitor! Preparations appear to be ready, Bowen. Let us be off. That was fast. Guess that guy knows what he's doing after all. Indeed, Satan's revival is at hand! Okay, so now we're gonna get the archdemons into the plot. Now we're gonna get the demons. Now we're gonna get the archdemons into the plot. At least this was a more subtle way of doing it, rather than the Argonauts just suddenly appearing in the plot. Later, Entrance, when next we meet, I'll teach you more despair than you can imagine. I was not sure how this would play out, but they truly appear to be retreating. I'm more concerned about whatever this Satan issue is. We literally were there for, like, the event that's going on right now. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. Hi, Hall. Thanks to their highnesses, Baron and Fairies, I was quite easily able to get what I required. A sacred sword containing Metatron's mana is the key for the right I will see Satan provides. Okay, who's Metatron? The world will be dragged, kicking and screaming into chaos's grim abyss. The time has come to set the stage to the holy city of Grams. Oh yay, we found you! And all in one piece, which is what matters most. I'm happy to see you all as well. But where's Gatos? He's staying up top so we could escape. Alone? No, he wasn't alone. He was with, wait, everyone's here, right? What the hey? I know he wasn't alone, but who was with him? We're all safe, and that's what matters. But we see we are not alone. Alas, it doesn't appear we'll have time to bask in a happy reunion. Hi. I won't allow you to get in my way again, Uden. I know where you come from and what you're trying to do now, but I don't believe you're going to do bad things the right way. And if you're allowed to continue, countless people will suffer. I can't let that happen. Even if it costs me my life, I will stop you. Hollow words from a hollow man. Fine, then. Do it if you can. You gotta be. You ended there. You frickas ended there. You can't just let us fight Nedrick. No. No. Oh, we're gonna make it the start of chapter 22. You know, because that's all fun and dandy. You know, also spoiling the fact that the world of Genesis and Oblivion Awakens. When you really do that, when you really just do that. Well, of course, this main event is not going to be about Bahamut, but it sure might be related. Hint, hint, wink, wink. This is dumb. Why even give us the opportunity to just get a battle with Nedrick right off the bat if you're going to seal out the way in a freaking part 1 of a chapter? You see, what would be actually better is actually doing what the sentence inscribes. Then we can have an entire event around Nedrick. That would be cool. But it seems that's not going to happen because we're going to have to wait for the release date of Chapter 22, which is next month. Side games, I love you sometimes, but man, this is not how you do it, man. This is not how you hold story. You had ample opportunity for us to find Nerdrick in the very same chapter we had Void Elysium, but you didn't. It would have been nice to find Nerdrick, but no. Star Games just slap in the sign down and says, no, wait till next chapter. And even then, it's not going to be a battle against Nerdrick because it's going to be freaking interrupted by the realm of Genesis and Oblivion. Aside from Satan, you have literally built up nothing. You have only literally built up the fact that Ceres is actually canonically the progenitor, and proved that Elysium is susceptible to Black Mana. That's all you're able to prove. That's all you're able to prove. This has done literally nothing. Aside from the fact that a certain blade could steal a Dragon Pact. Aside from that too. And the fact that you don't even give us... The fact that we had the alternate world Zephyr. Had that said alternate Zephyr get a Gala form. And then we just don't have... I mean, it's very possible that we are going to end up getting the regular Zephyr as a unit, but... I just don't know. They could have given us ample opportunity to actually give us the real Zephyr right then and there. Considering she's not kidnapped anymore, she's no longer the Princess Peach of the story. The fact that Ilya is now here. What third anniversary event is going to make this possible? Like, aside from those three things, you revealed basically nothing else. You revealed nothing else of interest. I still stand by the fact that the summary they provided for chapter 22 should have actually still been in chapter 21. It would have been nice. It actually would have been nice to actually have a fight with Nerdrick. And then when it came time for the one with Genesis and Oblivion to be awakened, that could have been the teaser for the third event. That literally could have been the teaser for the third anniversary event. And then no, this is for the plot for chapter 22, because we gotta still make the player feel bad for Nerdrick somehow. My apologies if I've been rambling for a bit. It's just, Sly Games had all the potential for a Nerdrick fight right then and now. I would have so loved to fight Nerdrick. I would have so much loved to fight him. But no, that's instead going to be held back until next month, and even then, that battle is going to be interrupted by something even bigger. Aside from three cool facts, this chapter has disappointed me yet again. Follies was confirmed to be a progenitor. Zephyr stole half of Bahamut's pact found. Stole half of Nerdrick's pact. And the fact that Ilya is finally reintroduced into the story. Aside from those three things, nothing else stood out about this, aside from Void Elysium. And even then, how in the world are we going to kill Elysium? Nobody likes the Dawn Dragon, even if he is, and I hate to make this connection, I literally hate to make this connection, even if he is literally the Dragalia lost version of Flowey. When I made the connection to Undertale of all things, the fact that I have to connect a sentient flower to a freaking dragon who's went through multiple worlds and has tried to do so many things for the people in each of those multiple worlds, you know the connection's strong. So much wasted battle potential. Elysium's battle was hardly even different. It was just slap a recolor and then just make him summon Void Dragons. That'd be different. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the color choice for Void Elysium, but it can't be easy making Elysium dead. Oh no, we have to make him even more corrupted. We have to even make him even more sympathetic somehow. As if I didn't even care to begin with, in this first half of this chapter to begin with, because you're not making me sympathetic towards Elysium, Stargaze. You're not making me sympathetic towards him. In fact, the very fact that you decide to withhold Nerdrick's battle is... I'm still gonna be miffed about this until the time that chapter comes. We're probably gonna get teasers for some more chapters in the Dragalia Digest,
My
coming up soon.
Must put an end to the silly...
which I hope to be able to record because, you know, Nintendo's not gonna have a direct soon. I might as well react to something. This chapter had so much potential with that Nedrick fight, and I would have loved to fight Nedrick instead of Elysium again. But no, we got another Elysium fight, just recolored and slapped on with Void. I don't know what else we're happy about this. In most cases, it seems to be chapter 1 of most of these chapters. It's been most of the first chapters in this recent batch of updates that had things going and built up so well. And like I said, aside from Ilya coming back into the story, aside from Faris being revealed as the progenitor, Sophia stealing half of Nedrick's Bahamut Worm Packs, and aside from, well, the cool recolor of Void Elysium, there's literally nothing else. There's literally nothing else. It's literally just, oh, we're gonna settle this climatic fight between Yuden and Nedrick. Oh, wait, what's this? They're locked behind us trying to fight against half of the first chapter. Awesome! And what's worse, we're gonna have the baddest beings of the world intervene. This is not how this works. Also, who's Metatron? Who is Metatron and when did he get so important in the story? Who is he? He's she or it? Who are they? Brings more questions and yet... This third anniversary event better be worth it. It better be worth it. Because honestly, I'm not even sure. We've gotten through like what we just initiated of the first arc of Dragalia Lost. Now this is just the transition point to the Archdemons being introduced into the story. But even then, from that summary of part 1, it doesn't even look like this is actually the end of that transition from one arc to the other. Why would you even stop in there, though? At the very least, with the ad out of the way, we wouldn't be able to have to wait, but I can understand why they want to hold something back, because of the pandemic is and timing and stuff, but Sly Games, you got every chance to give us a Nedrick battle. At the one time you imply such a battle, it turns out it's not gonna happen. I would be genuinely impressed. I would be genuinely impressed if they actually do manage to give us a Nedrick fight, though. Like, just give us a fight and then just... the next chapter relevance, the next text-based episode be the intervention of the Genesis and Oblivion. When those ones do wake up. I'm sorry if I've been rambling, it's just... This really upsets me. But I'm gonna stop here before this ends up being a 30-hour rant of why Stargate should have done this instead of doing Y. So yeah, around this time, I will record the Dragalia Digest. It'll be the bonus episode of Delta Rune, I guess. Well, bonus episode that goes along with the Delta Rune episode upload. Other than that, though, I really hope they can. I really hope they can prove me wrong with the third anniversary event. Because so far it can't be. I don't think it can be. I don't think it can be. It can't be Satan's reveal because we have not seen Soda yet. The last Archdemon to appear in the Sinsto Dominion group. I don't know if it's even going to be based around this intermediate thing around Yuden and Nedrick. Because that's main story, and they wouldn't dare keep main story behind a raid event. Honestly, like I don't know. I just don't know. Either way, I would just stop it here. Wasted potential this second half was. Wasted potential, so I'll say wasted potential. At least wasted potential with that Nedrick fight. Everything else I mentioned was just fine. Again, aside from the 4 cool things that this chapter held. So I'll see you in the Dragalia Digest. See you guys then.